Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we are going to be talking about Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 because there is a severe issue happening in the game right now that not that many people are really talking about, and I think that a lot more people need to either know about this or should be talking about this because this is going to become a massive issue with Modern Warfare 2, and it's going to destroy some of the life cycle of this game if it really gets as bad as this situation could get. So Modern Warfare 2 just came out, people are playing it, it's setting all kinds of records, it's breaking launch day records for Call of Duty and for the PlayStation Store, and you know, a lot of people are really hyped up for this game right now, right? I'm one of these people. But there's a major problem that feels like it's going completely under the radar, like people are completely overlooking that this is a situation. I don't know if it's because people don't know that it's happening, or if people are just not caring that it's happening. I don't really know what the deal is with that, but more people need to be talking about this and calling it out because this is a actual issue. Like, this could legitimately destroy some of the life cycle of Modern Warfare 2. This is like content that we're talking about being taken out of the game. Very important content at that. You know, we're not talking about like a weapon camo going out for a week because of a glitch or something like that, right? We're talking about actual maps disappearing from the playlists and people unable to be able to play these maps. It's not a good look for the Call of Duty franchise, what's happening here. And overall, more players should be pissed off because of this. And it actually involves multiple maps. It's not even just one anymore. This is up to 3 potentially maps that are going to be targeted by this whole move. 2 of them right now are really in talks, I guess, for having this problem, but I see concerns for a 3rd map in this game too. So basically, Infinity Ward has decided to do the creative direction of making maps based on real-world places. Now, is that a problem? I don't really think so, you know? It's kind of cool to see some real-life inspiration in these gaming maps and stuff like that, you know? See what they're kind of envisioning, you know? The only problem is Infinity Ward may not have gotten all of the permissions and the rights that they needed to base maps in Call of Duty off of real-world locations. And this might lead to a massive problem for Call of Duty. So, as it stands right now, one map has been removed from Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 that was supposed to be there at launch. This was supposed to be launch content. People were supposed to be able to enjoy this and play this from day one, but ever since the beta, we haven't been able to play this map. Like I said, this game had it in beta, you know, but it doesn't have it at launch. That is the museum map, right? And the reason that this isn't in the game is because they used a real-world location to base the museum map off of, right? And that IRL location is known as Getty Museum. Here's a picture of that museum on the screen for reference for you right now. This is what they based this map off of, and the people who run Getty Museum honestly weren't too happy. You know, they didn't like the idea of Call of Duty using their location for a map in the game. Obviously, when you got a violent video game like Call of Duty, people running around shooting each other, blowing each other up, blood everywhere, you know, guns going off, that becomes a little controversial, you know what I mean? Like, it's a mature rated video game. They didn't really get the rights to use their location or anything, it seems like, and that's already out of the game. Unfortunately, though, there may be a similar unfortunate situation kind of unfolding with another map in the game, and that would be the hotel map in multiplayer, Greenberg Hotel or whatever, right? A good map in my opinion. I enjoy playing it, but unfortunately, it also is based on an IRL location. It turns out that this was based on a real hotel from Amsterdam, and well, that place isn't happy. They're actually considering legal action against Activision and Call of Duty due to their location being used as the basis for a map in the game. They're not happy with that because, well, they see it as bad press, right? Like, if you're a hotel, you don't want a video game that's all about killing each other and blowing stuff up and whatnot all over the place, using your location as a map. Now, if this was the Opti HQ, go ahead and put it in the game. We're not going to get too mad. These are, though, kind of like prestigious places. You know, this is a hotel that's trying to keep a nice reputation for its guests and everything, and then the other one's a museum, so they're trying to be taken seriously. They don't want to be in all these violent video games and stuff, right? So unfortunately, it appears that now another map might be removed from Modern Warfare 2 simply because Infinity Ward or Activision, whoever was really responsible, didn't get the go-ahead to use these locations as map inspiration, and that is a massive problem because the game only launched with, what, 9 maps, I think, right? And now we're talking about 2 of those maps being taken out of the gameplay rotation altogether. Now the thing is, launch content and in general like map content is extremely important to the life cycle of a Call of Duty game. When you're playing a multiplayer game like COD, you need a healthy rotation of maps to actually play in, or else every match ends up feeling the same. And there's already been like a minor problem with Modern Warfare where it feels like only like the same 4 or 5 maps are ever actually getting picked by the map rotator in the game. So there's already been a problem where a lot of people have been complaining that they're just playing the same maps, but now you're talking about 2 of the maps that were involved at launch potentially gone forever now because of this issue that Activision/Infinity Ward kind of has on their plate. But that's not even it. There's another map in the game that I personally and many other players are also personally worried about may potentially be removed from the game as well. This isn't confirmed. There isn't really a whole lot of like issue at the moment, but the Raceway map wasn't in the beta. The rumor was that there were some legal issues with that. They didn't really get enough like clearance from F1, Formula 1 racing, and like the Grand Prix or whatever, right, to actually use that map. And it is in the game now. It was launched with the game, so I don't know if they cleared everything up with that, but if they didn't, and well, they didn't with the other 2 maps, so it indicates to me that they potentially didn't. But if they didn't, right, that could be a 3rd map that could eventually be removed from the gameplay rotation simply because of screw-ups by Infinity Ward. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know how this issue happens in the first place, right? Like, you gotta think all the people who work at Infinity Ward, all the people who work at Activision Blizzard, like, you probably got thousands of people, right, that are working on Call of Duty at any given time. It's one of the biggest gaming franchises in the fucking history of video games, right? And you're telling me they couldn't have somebody from their legal department reach out to these places that they were basing these Call of Duty maps off of, right, and secure some clearance and make sure that this wasn't going to be an issue later on down the road? Like, something about that doesn't even make sense to me, you know? Like, this is a billion-dollar video gaming franchise. It's not like they don't have the money or the resources or the time or the opportunity to reach out to these places and make sure, like, hey, yeah, it's okay that you use our location to make a Call of Duty map, right? It really shouldn't have been that hard, but of course, you know, like, it seems like in the Call of Duty franchise, the thing that shouldn't go wrong the most is what actually ends up going wrong the most. And this is yet another example, right? Like, I'm gonna be pretty pissed if we end up losing yet another map because the people over at Infinity Ward and Activision got careless with their product and ended up getting us to pay $70 for a video game where the maps aren't even fucking licensed or cleared. Like, that would actually be insane to me, man. So I don't really know. Could these maps return later down the road? I guess, hypothetically, if Activision or Infinity Ward clears up the issues that these places have, which I assume if they paid them well enough, they'd probably just kind of STFU. But if they can do that, or, you know, get some sort of legal thing going where they can use these, maybe the games will return. Hopefully that's what happens, because I actually like both of these maps. I enjoyed the museum map during the beta, and I like the hotel map even in the game today. I want to clarify though, the hotel map has yet to be removed. It is still in the gameplay rotation. It's still officially in the game, but there is now rumors that it might be getting removed from the game in an upcoming update simply because of these kinds of problems, which, to be honest, I think we were all kind of hoping that it doesn't happen because that would actually be pretty ridiculous. But I wanted to give you guys this update on Call of Duty and kind of the whole thing going on. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel, follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at SubTheOptimus. Make sure to check out Shoptimus down below. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, well, talking about Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 and signing out.